What's up everyone, welcome back again to your Heroclix headquarters. So today we've got some exciting new news finally about the future rules changes in Heroclix. So basically there's been some huge changes to willpower, colossal stamina, pushing damage in general. But we're going to talk about that in 1 second because we do also have a look at a new figure from the upcoming Fantastic Four Future Foundation set. And that is the Play at Home kit Invisible Woman. So I just want to take a quick look at her first. And this is coming to us, of course, thanks to Heroclix Italia on Facebook, so make sure you guys go check them out there. So starting us off, she's got the Fantastic Four and Spy keywords. She has a trait that says, I can make anything invisible. Free, choose a character within range and line of fire. This turn, that character doesn't block lines of fire. So that's a really cool trait to have. And then she also has the Fantastic Four and Ultimates team ability, as well as Flight, Stealth, Telekinesis, Barrier with a 19 defense, and some Outwit for only 45 points. That is an insanely good Invisible Woman. 6 range also for that trait, so really, really cool. I mean, for 45 points, she's got 5 clicks of health, a 19 defense. She can carry somebody with Flight, she can TK somebody around, she's got Outwit, she's got Ultimate's team ability so she can move through and see through hindering. I mean, she already has Flight anyway, so moving through it doesn't really matter, but seeing through it for Outwit is very, very nice, and having Stealth and a 19 defense keeps her very well protected. And Fantastic Four team ability is just nice to have too. And then she gets some Sidestep and Perplex later on, so a very, very solid supporting Invisible Woman, and a cool, clear, see-through sculpt there as well. We also got a quick look at the maps. It's going to come with a Desert Wedding outdoor map, which is pretty cool. It's just really open, a little bit of blocking terrain there from some rocks and some hindering terrain there, but mostly a big, wide open outdoor map. And then the map on the other side of that is going to be the Negative Zone. And now this is definitely a map I've seen before. I'm pretty sure we got this same map way back around Chaos War or Galactic Guardians or somewhere in that area the last time we got the Fantastic Four. So they're bringing it back just like they did with the Krakoa map and everything from the last Play at Home kit. So it looks like that's going to be maybe the new thing going forward, is rehashing some maps, making them modern again, putting all the numbers on all the squares too. I guess that's going to be the new thing as well. But it's not a bad map, it's pretty cool. It basically has a bunch of orange squares that are blocking terrain that can't be destroyed around the edges of the map. I think that's actually going to be a really good map to go against a Galactus with. At least the elemental converter part of Galactus, where you're not going to be able to go against that one square edge of the map anyway if it starts to close in, which is just something that randomly popped into my mind. But anyway, so that's basically what we're going to get in the next Play at Home kit. I like it a lot. I think I actually like it better than the X-Men one. That Invisible Woman is really awesome. So thanks again to Heroclix Italia for sharing that with us. But on to more pressing matters. Now, we have a lot of information about the new rules changes going forward into 2021 and beyond. All right, now first of all, I'll go ahead and post a link in the description to wizkids.com, to this article, so you can go ahead and read it yourself. I'm just going to kind of skim through it and give you the highlights real fast. So basically what's happening is they're taking out pushing damage from the game altogether. No more pushing damage. So, of course, when you get a second action token, if you didn't have willpower, you're going to take a pushing damage. And that was kind of the, cost for continuing to go. You know, you're pushing your character, like, making them keep going over and over again. And so they're going to have to take some damage for that. But now, that's no longer the case. So now, essentially, every character has willpower in a sense. So they can go twice and then clear, and go twice and then clear. So that's just all across the board, every character. And I've heard some complaints already that makes the characters that already have Indomitable be less good for their points now. I don't really think that's the case personally. They technically already paid the points to be able to do that. I think it's more of a buff to every other character in the game that didn't already have willpower, that now basically gets it in a sense. So I think that's really cool. And I, for one, am mostly happy about it. I think it's going to be a change. It's going to take a little getting used to, because there definitely are some key moments where you want to take a pushing damage to get to that next click that has the better stats or whatever, or a certain power that you need, or the activation clicks. Immortal Hulk for one, definitely anybody that plays Immortal Hulk usually likes to push him off of that banner click and get him straight into Hulk. and then go charge on somebody. You can't do that anymore. Now you have to wait for somebody to hit you to get them to that stop click, you know? So it definitely is going to take some getting used to. There's a give and take. There's, you know, you lose a little bit of that strategic option, but it also does make the game much easier for new players. They don't have to have that to mess up. You know, if they see somebody push onto a better click, they think, oh, they can do that, and then, you know, maybe they do it wrong or not at the best time exactly. And that was really kind of what they went over with, saying that, you know, it's a lot harder for newer players to really understand the timing of how to do that kind of thing. So that's fine. I think overall, like I said, it's kind of a buff to every character ever, so I think it's pretty exciting. And now you might think, if there's no more pushing damage, then what is the point of willpower anyway? So of course they did have to make major changes to the power, willpower. So now it's actually really cool. I like this. The standard power, willpower, of course the purple square on defense, if you have that, then it's kind of like leadership. At the beginning of your turn, you roll a d6. On a 5 or 6, you remove an action token from yourself. So I think that's really cool. That, again, you know, it's kind of like what willpower used to do, let you go more often. Now it still lets you go more often. You know, you have that chance to remove a token, so you maybe can just keep giving that character actions forever. If they keep getting high rolls on their willpower, they'll never have to stop and clear. They'll just keep going, and that's actually pretty cool. It's kind of like Colossal Stamina, but without having to take the push damage, as long as you roll high enough. And speaking of Colossal Stamina, of course they're going to have to change that. So Colossal Stamina actually does not exist anymore, or it will not. Now, remember, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. All of these changes are not technically supposed to happen, I believe, until the Wonder Woman set comes out. So once the Wonder Woman set comes out, that's when all of these should go into effect, I believe, unless they're going to say something sooner about it. We'll have to find out. But for now, as soon as the Wonder Woman comes out, will be when we can expect all of these changes to happen. But like I was saying about Colossal Stamina, they removed Colossal Stamina from the game, and they're replacing it with Great Size. Now, we do already have Giant Size, so not to be confused with that. It is basically the same thing. But of course, giant characters have Giant Size, and now Colossal characters will have Great Size. So that's pretty much the difference there. Instead of having Giant Size and Colossal Stamina, they're getting Great Size as its own separate thing. And basically all that Great Size does is it gives you pretty much the same stuff that Giant Size already did, with the whole type of improved movement, improved targeting stuff, and being able to be shot at over, you know, elevation and everything. But now it also gives you willpower on a 3 to 6. So it gives you basically a 2 and 3 odds of hitting a willpower roll at the beginning of the turn to remove a token from themselves. So that's pretty cool. It's basically Colossal Stamina. You have a much better odds of rolling that every turn. And just like Colossals used to be able to act every single turn, they can do that again. And now, without the downside of having to continuously take that unavoidable damage for using Colossal Stamina. Now, this does present a little bit of a problem with more recent modern characters that they just gave Colossal Stamina to. God Emperor Doom, for one, is the big one that came to my mind. Of course, Prime Punisher War Machine is a big one, and the Spider Viking. So those are 3 big ones that just came out, and all have Colossal Stamina somewhere in their traits and special powers and stuff. So that's definitely something that's going to have to be addressed, and I hope that they do say something about it, because, yeah, I mean, that's kind of a big, important deal. These are really big, awesome characters that just came out, and I would like to hear something from them. And I'm pretty sure they will. They'll probably issue some type of errata that will give them something similar to the willpower on a 3 to 6 roll, or maybe they'll just give them, you know, they'll just essentially write out the part of Colossal Stamina. Instead of saying they have Colossal Stamina, they'll say, you know, if they have 2 action tokens, they can go again, but they take unavoidable, whatever they decide to do. So long as they can still do what they're supposed to would be nice, but we'll see what they do. So that's all really awesome. And then of course there's one other big thing to talk about here, and that's Indomitable. Now Indomitable, the shield with the line through it, is the special ability that just grants you willpower. And if now everybody basically has willpower because there's no more pushing damage, what is that going to do? Well, it no longer is going to grant willpower, because They actually wrote it all out here. They didn't want everybody rolling like 5 or 6 dice at the beginning of the turn because they had so many indomitable characters. What they're going to do is actually just make the indomitable symbol the base defense symbol. So the regular shield is also kind of getting retired, and now everybody's going to have the indomitable symbol, which is pretty cool. And it kind of makes sense now that pushing damage isn't really a thing. It kind of helps make a little more sense with older figures versus newer figures now that, like, going forward, everything kind of has willpower in a sense. Of course, not the new willpower, but nothing's going to take pushing damage. It's basically the same thing. So that's how that's going to work. Indomitable is just going to be the base defense symbol. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to grant you willpower, but there's no more pushing damage, so you really don't have to worry about that anymore anyway. So yeah, I think that's a really cool, interesting change as well. Oh, there's one other thing, because the Masters of Evil team ability used to just grant colossal stamina as well. So now they've just changed that to say, when an adjacent friendly character makes a close attack, modify the target's defense by -1 if the target is adjacent to this character. So it's basically, if you guys know what the police team ability or the Hydra team ability do, it's kind of like that, but for close attacks instead of for range attacks. So I think that's really cool that they're kind of doing the same thing but different. You know, it's really interesting power. It's really cool if you have a character now that has like Masters of Evil and Hydra or something like that. Like, that would be a really cool team ability combo, because then you could kind of get that same bonus like for close or range attacks. It'd be really interesting, and I hope we see some characters with that in the future. But that's basically it. If you guys, like I said, if you guys want to read the whole thing, I'll try and post links in the description for all that. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about all these awesome changes, because I'm pretty excited. I think it's really cool. I think it's very interesting. It's not what I thought was going to happen at all. Removing pushing damage from the game, like, geez, I did not see that coming. So let me know all of your guys' thoughts, and any questions you might have, let me know, and I'll try to answer them for you if I can. But, you know, we all pretty much know about the same amount at this point. We'll see. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you smash that like button if you found this helpful. And make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any future news, first look videos like these. Because I'm going to try and, it looks like they might do an article about this every single day for a while, possibly. And I'm going to try and do my best to get a video out every single day, at least the following day, for all of these new changes, and we can all talk about all the interesting things that's going to happen. But anyway, make sure to also check out the description for links to the Patreon. You guys can help support the channel here and see your name in the credits. Big thank you to all of our awesome Patreon supporters. And yeah, until next time, thanks again for watching. This has been Heroclix Headquarters, signing off.